3, 2. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Aim Fuse with the lovely Laura Brandao, and we are doing our live show, the one-time close, because, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not here, you missed out on an incredible presentation. First and foremost, last night you did a women's event. The Affinity Women's event was absolutely brilliant. I mean, inspiring, and I truly mean that. It was, you guys, if you missed an incredible event last night, but then today, you did something different. Your presentation today was very different. I've been hearing feedback from everybody here. They loved it. So it was very, very, very cool. So we want to talk about the one-time close like we always do. So,
I was going to jump in. I was going to jump in, and I was like, I thought I got the jock pitch. Don't jump in now.
My bad.
So I'm going to jump in right there. So yes, it was one thing, and the cool thing is that Josh and I got to at least get a little bit of a preview before you guys did it. But I like how you slyly incorporated OTC one-time close into the event. But let's talk about the panel that you did and the design and kind of what your thought process was, that because it was different, and that's what I loved about it. It's different. I've never seen anything like that, so I thought it was fun and different, and it was a great way to kick off the conference.
Awesome. Well, number one, I'm so happy to be here. This event is amazing, and I'm so thrilled to be here. Well, guys, if we're coming to Vegas and we have the ability to be on a stage at the Bellagio,
absolutely,
I'm not getting up there and going to speak about the same old.
Love it.
So literally last year when we finished the event, I went to my marketing team and I said, guys, when we do this next year, we are going to do something fun. Yep. We are going to do something original, and we are going to do something that actually incorporates some of my clients into the program. Because that way I will get buy-in from all their other partners and collaborate, and I'll be able to get some excitement out of it. So we decided to come up with a concept that is like a kind of a dating game theme.
Very much so.
What we did is we made it so that I had all gentlemen that were my clients, and I was the suitor, but they were called loners.
It was awesome.
LOANERS. And I was Laura OTC. So we decided to actually teach about our programs that we offer in a very fun and unique way, because the loners were FHA, VA, USTA, and conventional.
Yep.
So we made it fun. We made it so people paid attention, because they were listening to every little joke that we had in the middle, because they were like waiting for the punchline.
And what was cool is because I learned, like, actually listening to it, I learned something when I was like, well, like FHA, like I didn't know that about FHA when it came to one. Like there were some things that I pulled out of it. I was like, wow, that was actually very informative. So I thought it was really, really cool.
Yes.
I think it's one of those two, being so different. Everybody's used to just the one person getting up on stage, having these slides. Like, it's just like, okay, here's a presentation. Not to say that we've had some great presentations today, but yours just stood out.
That's right.
And that's what we love about AFR. And especially you're willing to be different. You're willing to be you, which we spoke about last night. And that's, Laura, it just continues to impress me. You are one of the influencers, one of the leaders, but you really see things differently. You see the future of the industry. You're so innovative, and I love that.
You know, I think that comes from not being afraid to be different.
Sure.
You know, you said it last night at the women's event that you said, there's only you and you're perfect, right? All of us are perfectly us.
Yes.
So we shouldn't be afraid of that.
Right.
We should take that and put that as an advantage. And if we're speaking about one-time close, that's the whole message.
Absolutely.
You know, I've been speaking to people all day long, and I've been telling them the reason why people are afraid of a program like that, it's different.
Yep.
And being different sometimes is scary.
Absolutely.
But being different in a setting where you don't have to be afraid, like when I get up on that stage at the Bellagio, I look out to all of my wonderful brokers that I work with, and I feel comfortable and at home.
You bet.
I feel embraced by them. So whatever I do, I feel good about presenting to them and being educational to them, and then I'm not afraid.
Love it.
So people shouldn't be afraid of opening up their minds and their experiences to offer a program such as one-time close to their families, because yes, it's different.
Absolutely.
But you have support. AFR is going to be there to support you, to make sure that, sure, maybe you don't know the answer, but we're only a click away, a phone call away, whatever. Chat with us, email us, call us, whatever different way you want to communicate, we will be there for you.
Absolutely. So you mentioned something that I think is support. Support is one of those things you guys do is so perfectly when it comes to helping, because it is something that people are intimidated by. It's just like, whoa, like where do I even start with this? That support is there. And I kind of want to segue that a little bit into this event because there's a lot of support. One of the things that I love, you've had people come up to you, talking to you, and they see you. I mean, you have such a huge role at the company, but even as the president of AFR, you're supporting them. That's what this broker channel is all about. So tell us a little bit about your thoughts about the event. AImFuse 2019, we're here. What have your thoughts been about the event, and especially when it comes to supporting one another?
Right, absolutely. So number one, we used that word proud last night.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm so proud of watching this organization and where they started and where they are right now. I think the event was incredible. I mean, obviously it's very crowded. There's lots of people here, but that's not okay. We talked about the definition of people's success, right?
Yeah.
The number of people is not what makes an event successful.
Agreed.
What makes an event successful is how many connections and collaborations and relationships were formed, and walking away with a spark, with something you learned, something you're going to then execute on after the event. That's what makes it successful. And I will tell you that that's the difference at an AIM event. It's not just walking down aisles and picking up tchotchkes. That's not actually, you know what? One of the things I said right before I came here to my team, I said at AIM events, people don't want tchotchkes. People want education and relationship and collaboration. That's what they want.
That's true.
That's a successful event.
That is so true.
And I've heard that from, I had a few exhibitors come up to me and they're like, Earl, this has been the best event for us this year because of the engagement, because people are asking questions. People aren't just, and we see that at other conferences, right? And again, that's just how sometimes are, but people just walking around with their bag, just throwing stuff in, but stopping. But I'm seeing let me put it this way. It's just hard to even walk around because everyone's talking to each other everywhere. So you try to turn a corner, you can't go there because everyone's talking, and they're not just messing around. And what they're talking, they're trying, literally everyone here, you guys can't see it because it's behind us, but everyone's here is trying to find out about these products. And that's what I loved about going back to your presentation, being creative with the names for VA and USDA. And that was hilarious, but it's that education. And when Josh had mentioned things that he didn't know, when I was watching it, because I was sitting at a table with other brokers, you had mentioned, I think it was the USDA, which was a great casting for the USDA, by the way.
We'll give our shout out to JP. JP did a great job there.
Oh, he's hysterical, right?
Oh my gosh. Guys, we got a picture of JP. He was on stage and he had overalls on. He played this USDA, rural, he nailed it.
Yeah.
Well, you should be a casting director. You did really good with that cast. So
even with the conventional guy.
He said to me, Laura, how do you feel about me wearing overalls? I'm like, JP, I would be upset if you didn't.
Yep.
I said, I need you in the overalls.
Yeah, well, he did a good job, but really what it was is he had mentioned the mortgage, including the land.
Yeah.
So, and right next to me, the lady's like, I did not know that. And that's to your point, that's the thing. It's we all assume that with all the information available that everyone knows that stuff. No. And I guarantee, and she didn't say okay, I didn't know that. It was I didn't know that, as in in her head, you might have just sparked interest in maybe that's a niche, maybe that's something I can now offer. Marketing was going, that's the thing. And that's what I love to see at events like this, where people actually that might actually end up relating to actual business for this broker.
Well, even one of the gentlemen that was part of the show, he's one of our clients, but he primarily does a lot of conventional and maybe some FHA.
Yep.
After he said, can I speak to you? And we went and we sat down, and he's like, I actually think I could grow my business 3 times over just by offering your manufactured and your one-time close. He goes in, can we renovate? Like, he was asking about renovation stuff, and he's like, I had no idea. He's like, I honestly, like, it's blowing my mind that I knew you offered it, but I didn't understand the size of the opportunity. Yeah. That's the part that he was blown away by.
Yeah.
And that's just it. I think the more you continue to grow, to continue your presence, your influence is just sparking it in people. They finally see, like, this industry, you know, you've got your standard conventional and USDA. You're now giving them an opportunity for something they just didn't even know about. And it's just like, oh my gosh, this is one more little facet, one more little tool I can add to my toolbox. And that's why I'm so excited about it. It's like, holy crap, this is something new. It's exciting.
Isn't that something?
It's so much fun.
Like, it's like this program's existed. You know, it's not necessarily that like we just created it or anything, but now they're to the point. Well, number one, I mean, I was speaking to somebody, I think it was actually a gentleman from Arizona, and he's like, Laura, the amount of construction, new construction that is happening in the state of Arizona, he's like, they can't even keep up with it.
Wow.
And it's like, I didn't even know that existed.
Yep.
And so it's mind-blowing that this is out there. Like you said, it's been around for many years, but now the amount of building that's happening, which is great.
Right.
It's fantastic. Now's the time you need to become that expert.
Right. I say right now is now more than ever to be that expert. And what's so fun to me about it is you listen to you, like sitting across from you, and I told you this last night, your passion for it, your energy for it, like it just makes people like believe in like, I can do this. Like this is something.
They can do it.
Exactly. Like it gives them that extra little push, just seeing you, the way you talk about it, the way you get excited about it. I think that's, I see other companies, and we saw some other great presentations, but watching you talk about AFR, the one-time close, I think that is truly an inspiration to people to get out of their comfort zone and actually do it.
Yeah, and listen, like we said before, it's not easy.
No, it's
not easy to get out of your comfort zone. It's not easy to let down your barriers and go, I don't know what's going to happen next, and I'm going to trust.
Right.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Very hard.
Especially when your paycheck is tied to that and relationships.
You bet.
Even more important than the paycheck, because it could be a referral.
Right.
That is difficult.
Very difficult.
But that's where that support thing comes back again.
Absolutely.
Okay? You have to, on both sides. Listen, this isn't just on their side, it's on my side too. You have to be in a pack together of the communication. If anything, over communicate. You know, it's constant, because maybe you don't know what the next step is. Even if you took the training, you might have forgot. You might, it might be a month later, you might not remember. That's okay.
You bet.
Just ask. Have the communication. And I think, Josh, you just said it, okay? So I'm up there, I'm giving my passion, I'm energized about it. But it's scary to say, I'm not sure how to be vulnerable, how to have that trust factor. I promise you to every broker out there, I won't let them fail. It's a personal promise to me.
Yeah.
I won't let that happen. I will personally make sure that everything is there for them between all of my team members, and we know it's scary. Rely on us to know we'll be there for you.
Love it.
That is so powerful. Like we want to end on that because I've got goosebumps right there. Like that was absolutely powerful. Or the fact that you're willing to give that promise, to dedicate yourself to this cause, I think that's what truly separates you as a leader. Like it really does. Everybody talks about being committed to the broker, the originator, but you can see it and you can feel it from you. And that's what I truly think separates you so much. So
it's 100% true.
It is. It absolutely is.
I think that aligns well with the theme of this conference. And I think this industry as a whole needs more energy, more drive, more passion, more fun, more creativity.
Yes. That's a good point. We need to have more fun.
We need to have more fun.
And you're doing that. So I couldn't agree with Josh more that is just in a perfect alignment with this whole event. And you actually killed it today.
Thank you.
Aligning that with your panel this morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not utilizing the one-time closing your business, you absolutely have to reach out to Laura, her team, because it can just add one more. Like I mentioned, especially we're going through one of these ebbs and flows right now, and everybody's just really happy. They're really excited with how business is growing. But ladies and gentlemen, we have all gone through those downs as well, and you need to start looking towards the future. You need to start looking ahead, and the one-time close can add that one little extra element. Like you said, Arizona, Utah, we know so many different states are growing like crazy and they're building like crazy, and this product can get you in the door with builders, with realtors You have to reach out to Laura and her team and get this. Yes, you're probably nervous. And like you said, there's a learning curve for sure. But be willing to invest in yourself. You have to be the expert. You have to be willing. Guys, this isn't the same business like it used to be. You have to be willing to invest in yourself. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, grow yourself, learn a little bit, and that's how you're going to dominate your local market. So, Laura, thank you so much for another episode. This is episode 2 of the One Time Close. We appreciate you, as always. You do an incredible job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, that's episode 2 of the One Time Close. Again, if you're trying to reach out to Laura, best way, AFRwholesale.com.
Yes.
AFRwholesale.com. Make sure you reach out, and they will get back to you as soon as possible to help you learn and grow your business. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys.